Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you. It's gonna be brief. I'm not feeling too good. Been sick for like weeks, man. Not feeling good at all. Um, just got back from our trip. Yuri's at work. I just want to um, say some real, probably the realest thing I've ever put on this vlog about this year. This has been a hard year, man. Hey, Derek. It's been a hard year. It's been my worst year. Yuri and I have talked about it. It's been the worst year we've had. I mean, real talk. Like, what's happened to us this year is I recently lost my job. My ex-wife came after me and took me to court to get more money. Um, we moved because we had to, um, and we almost broke up this year. And what I've learned and this year is not even over yet. But let me tell you something. This worst year of all these terrible things happening to us um, has been probably my best year, and I'm gonna tell you why. I realize my life is pretty damn good. Um, my life is good, and it's why? It's because my attitude, Yuri's attitude towards life. It's like my life is really good, and I can't complain, man. I've got great kids. My kids are good. They're not on drugs. They're not tempted by gangs and stuff like that, like I was when I was a kid. They don't live in poverty. Job wise, yeah, I lost my job, but man, I got another one lined up. It's even better. Um, I just got back from a trip in 3 different countries, and I'm able to do that. I mean, that was dope. My wife is incredible. You know, um, there's some issues with my ex-wife attacking us constantly, but um, it's because she's fucking mad. It's because she's fucking mad. She lost everything, because she's an asshole. Um, and she lost a lot, a lot. But that wasn't my fault. That's just the situation. You know what I'm saying? But what's like my attitude? Like I was just thinking about this. I was feeling down. I was like, damn, man, why is everything so jacked? But I'm like, man, my wife is incredible. Um, I just got back from the Philippines and Thailand and Vietnam. I can go there anytime I want. I could live there if I wanted to. Um, man, my life is good, man. I'm blessed. And why? Why am I so blessed? Why are things so good for me? Even though all these things happened, like lost my job, had to move, ex-wife's going crazy, fucking taking me to court and shit. And man, it's my attitude. I think it's because the way my perspective on life, man, is what has allowed me to live such a. I appreciate. I think it's because I came from so hard times. Like my times were really hard when I was a kid, and so I really appreciate what I have now. I appreciate being the first person in my family to own a home, to go to college, um, to travel the world, to and all that stuff came with a lot of sacrifice. I had to make a lot of sacrifices to do the stuff I do, um, and um, I appreciate my life now, and I think that appreciation has allowed me to find a woman like Yuri, that's on my team. You know, um, let me see what are you guys saying here. Who do I got here? I got Derek F. How you doing? I got Birdman 62. He says I'm in the Philippines right now. We just came back from the Philippines. Um, Yuri, what's up, Yuri? Yuri's actually at work right now. We're gonna change the. Yuri wants to be on these lives with me, but right now she works on Sundays, so we're gonna change it to like Saturday. Do these lives like on Saturday instead. Von Beyond says, Bruce, why didn't you accept my invitation to meet in Thailand between 20? Vaughn, to be honest with you, man, I really needed a break. We really didn't meet anybody, you know, and it wasn't you, you know. We really needed a break from everything. You know what I'm saying? We like I said, man, in the beginning of this live, like I've really been through a lot this year, and Yuri and I needed just time alone with each other. You know what I mean? We needed time to just have time together. There was some other people we were supposed to meet. There was, you know, what's crazy is when we were in Bangkok, uh, um, Chrissy and Chrissy Teigen. We heard her, like she's married to John Legend. She was in Bangkok. We could have went to this thing that they had there, and we could have. I don't know if we could have met her, but she was at this thing that was not too far from where we were. But we were like, nah, you know, we just want to spend time with each other. It wasn't. It's nothing personal, but like I said, we really been through a lot this year. Starting off with being, I got taken to court by my ex to get more money off of me. I got both kids, by the way, and that has really been stressful on us. I'm between jobs. You know, I had just lost my job, um, and now I got another job that's lined up, but I don't start till like next week or something like that. So I'm like off, about to wait until the next job starts and stuff. So it's nothing personal, and I apologize, man. Maybe on the next trip, because normally we do meet people. Normally we meet people, but this time we were like, nah, we really need time together, So it was nothing personal, and I don't even think we were that far away from you, man. We just really need time to just be together, and it was so therapeutic to just be me and her. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes you need not. Sometimes it's got to be me and Yuri, not me, Yuri, and an audience, or not me, Yuri, and her friend, or my friend, or our friends. Sometimes it's got to be me and her, and that's the time we need it, and we got it, and it was so therapeutic. It brought us closer together. It made us realize what we have together, what we have within each other. In the beginning of our trip, Yuri spent time with her sister. I met her sister. She Purple Shadow. Purple Shadow is awesome. Love her to death. She's awesome. But we needed time together too. You know what I'm saying? So when her sister left, it was just me and Yuri, and we spent like maybe 5 days just us walking around Bangkok, going to restaurants, going out, and stuff. And we videotaped a little bit, but really it was just about us spending quality time together. How many years have you lived in the Philippines? I don't live in the Philippines. I've spent maybe a month in the Philippines. Total maybe 2 months. Um, Total, like I've probably spent more time in Thailand, to be honest with you, than the Philippines. Uh, so no, I don't live in the Philippines. Right now I'm in Colorado. Why did you move there? We never moved there, Eddie. Um, we've thought about it. There's many reasons why we don't live there. I have 2 kids, and I want my kids to grow up here in the U.S. I love the United States. I don't have anything against it. I really love it. It's given me great opportunities. We have property here and stuff. Maybe one day when I retire, I might. We've talked about moving there. We have property there and stuff, so maybe we'll go there and live in one of our condos or something like that. We've talked about it, but that's kind of like years away. That's like 6, 7 years away. You know what I mean? Joseph Hill says, "Stay positive. You're doing the right thing." Thanks, Joseph. Man, thank you for your words of encouragement, man. I really appreciate it. Sometimes us as men, like we don't have nobody to talk to and shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't have anybody to talk to, but I'm so glad that I can talk to you guys. Honestly, and I've got some grown men, some grown ass men coming at me with wisdom and talking and understand like how I feel and understand like our life and stuff. So I really appreciate you, man. Thank you for your words of encouragement. Um, Eddie said, haha, I meant to say Bruce. I know what you meant, man. Dipsy says, hey Bruce, how you doing, Dipsy? Is that my girl from Kenya? Hey, hit me up. Hit me up on email if that's my girl from Kenya. The Wallace Live, I might have some good news for you. Wallace says, hello everyone, how you doing, Wallace? Life, my people, the Wallace life. KP55 says, hey guys, my girl wants, excuse me, a little sick, excuse me. My girl wants me back. The breakup only lasted a month and a half. Not sure if I want her back. Man, sometimes you only realize what you had when it's gone, right? Like that song about a parking lot. They built, they paved paradise and opened a parking lot. How's that song go? I can't remember what. But man, sometimes you only realize what you had till it's when it's gone. You know, like you can't be that person. That's not me, man. I appreciate my wife, my kids. I appreciate my life. I appreciate everything that's happened, and that's you know maybe you should just think about KP5 like you know what I mean like now you have to think about whether you want to take her back. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe she has to work for it. Maybe she has to work to get you back. You know what I mean? You're a good man. You know, does she deserve a man as good as you? I'm just saying. You know, Dipsy said, you guys moved to a new house. Congratulations, it's beautiful. Thanks, Dipsy. This has got to be my Kenyan girl, my Kenyan girlfriend, Dipsy. Is that you? Tell me. Just give me a thumbs up if that's you. Randy Jr. says KP5. She Filipina? I believe she is. Mr. Mike T. Man said, hi guys, welcome home. That was my kid in the background. He says, hi guys, welcome home, Bruce. Thanks, Mike. Mike T. Man, love you, man. Thanks for staying in contact with me. Appreciate you. Birdman says, Bruce, you and by the way, on Patreon we're gonna release a whole bunch of new stuff. What are you doing?
Get past me.
Just walk.
Don't me in your camera.
Birdman says, Bruce, you and also you are a positive influence on couples looking to branch out. Thank you, sir, for your stories and sharing. You know, Birdman, like, you know, the stuff that I think about when I do this channel, like what I really hope I mean, I'm being completely honest. I don't make money off of this channel. You know what I mean? Like YouTube really does not pay a lot. You know, yeah, we have like 19,000 subscribers and stuff. It's not like I don't do this. The money is nice, you know, it's like $100 or something like that, $200. Something. But the reason why I do it is because I want people to have the same experience that I've had in life. I've I've had the good fortune to having a really good people in my life, you know, and I want people to experience that true love that I have in my life, and so that's the main reason that I have continued to do this channel, and that's why we do the relationship series because we want to share it to people who want to be successful in their relationship and the mindset. I hope that you guys see the mindset that it takes to have that kind of loving relationship with a good partner. You know what I mean? And it takes two people to make that partnership work. It's so rewarding, man. Every day, I told you this is the worst year I've ever had. This is the worst year Yuri and I together have had. I mean, I've had worse times in my life as a whole, but as a couple, this has been the hardest year we've had as a married couple. And but the thing is, it just brought us closer together because if anything, if nothing else, it helped us appreciate. It helped me to appreciate how awesome she is, and it helped her to appreciate how awesome I am to her. We serve one another, and I think that that's what you have to do as a couple is serve one another. You know what I mean? Like without reservation, without preconditions. You got to get to a point where you trust and love each other so much that even if I was broke, which I am, I have no job right now, and Yuri is working, bringing home the bacon. She trusts me. I have a job. It's on the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not destitute or anything. We made some crazy power moves recently by getting a house and stuff. But what I want to share, what I want to impart on this channel is the mindset and that is required for a couple to be happy. Because I'm so happy, man, in my life. Even though I'm sick, I feel like crap right now. Physically, I have a headache. I've been sneezing and coughing up phlegm for like days and days and stuff. Um, it, and like I said, my ex-wife is coming after me, coming after, attacking my kids and stuff. She's not all. We're having some issues. I'll just say that because for all I know, she's watching this. It's been hard, but I'm still so happy in my life, even though we've hit this hard time. It's I'm I've never been happier in my life because I appreciate my kids. I appreciate my wife. I appreciate the love that we have. My mom was just here. My mom is incredible. She watched the kids when we went overseas. I'm lucky, man. I'm lucky, and I just want to. I hope that you guys can find this kind of love in your life because everybody deserves this, man. Everyone deserves to have somebody in their life as special as Yuri. Somebody that they can serve and somebody who wants to serve them. And you can find it. I think that the thing that kept me going when I got a divorce, when I was feeling down and alone and stuff, what kept me going is, man, there's always gonna be a better day. You know what I'm saying? Your best days are ahead of you, and there's something better out there for. There's someone out there who's good for you, like KP55. His girl's trying to get him back. There's somebody out there who's good for you, man. There's somebody out there who's for you. Don't believe that you're gonna be alone for the rest of your life if you don't choose to be. If you choose to be alone, you want to be a gigolo, you want to work to play the field, whatever. That's entirely up to you, and I can definitely see why people would want to do that. But if you're trying to find that one, you can find it, man. She's out there for you, or he is out there. That partner is out there, and they exist. You have to believe that they're out there. They're there, and that's what kept me going. It's because I know there's better days ahead of me, no matter how bad days get, and I know there's somebody out there for me, and I found it because I never gave up hope. I never gave up hope. Andy, Ancient Aliens, Andy, how you doing, man? Missed you. Um, Andy said Purple Shadow was looking all right in the last video, not sweating, not sweating her though. Yeah, Purple Shadow's good people. Mr. Mike T Man says, one-on-one time with your significant other is very good. Yeah, man, we really needed it. So that's why we didn't meet anybody. There were people that we wanted to meet, but at the same time, we're like, we really need this time to ourselves, So we didn't really videotape as much. You'll see videos of us in these different countries and stuff. We'll put it out there, but most of the time was just us together, not sharing, not just me and Yuri. When it wasn't Yuri and Purple Shadow, which is they spent a lot of time together because Yuri hadn't seen her sister, who her sister's her best friend, like they're very, very, very close. So of course she spent lots of time with her with her sister and everything. But me and Yuri also spent our time together, and we really needed it. Bruce, KP5 says, Bruce, did you talk to the dad in Tagalog? You know what, man? Wow, that's a crazy story that I'm gonna reserve for a video. I'm not gonna talk about it on this live. I'm gonna reserve it for the video that is coming soon about meeting the family. Andy says, hey, Wallace Life in the house. Let me see. We got a few people. Marilyn Lewis, your message for whatever reason got retracted. I'm not sure why. KP55 says, hope it works out, bro. It's kind of KP55. Hello, Andy from Wallace Live. James Franklin says, hi, Bruce. If your K1 visa, okay, we got a K1 question here. If your K1 visa petition was approved before October 15th, will you be interviewed under the old rules? To be honest with you, James, I'm not sure. I'm not even sure what the new rules are. I'm not sure. Is there new rules coming? Because if so, I gotta research it, man. I've been out of the loop on it. Yuri's an American citizen now. We've moved past K1, we've moved past green card, and now she's an American citizen. So I have not. I got to be honest. I haven't looked at it in a while. So what's going on, James? Like, is there new rules or something, or what happened? Somebody know about some new rules for the K1? I'll research it. When I get off of this live. Um, Marilyn Lewis said, "Oh, gave me a little happy face. How you doing, Marilyn? Marilyn, are you in the Philippines?" Um, Derek F said that. Oh, Derek F answered the question. Said yes. Derek, is there new? There's new rules for K1. What's going on? Thanks for letting me know, guys. I appreciate that. Tyrell Two Gun says, "What's good? Everything good, my dude." Marilyn says, "My boyfriend from Denver, Colorado. We are a long distance relationship for 3 years now." Whoa! Have you guys seen? Have you guys met in person yet? Marilyn, very important to meet in person. If he happens to watch this, man, ma'am, just let him know. Like, I hope you guys, excuse me. I hope you guys have met in person, because it's so important in LDR. Yuri and I were LDR for about 2 years before. We were LDR for 2 years before we actually got engaged and got married and stuff. But it's really important to meet, in that time frame. So just make sure you meet in person. Dipsy said, it's me, Bruce, the one and only, the true follower. Hey, girl, hit me up. Hit us up on email. Don't be a stranger. If you guys didn't know, Dipsy is a very good looking Kenyan woman. If you didn't know, fellow traveler says, "How long have you been married?" I've been married for 5 years. We've been married since 2014, so still going strong. We're very happy. Still, every year we're married. We have challenges. Like this year has been our toughest challenge, but every year I appreciate new things about her. We discover new things about one another. Man, it's been good, man. I mean, I really can't complain. It's been really great. It's been really good, and I attribute that to appreciating her as a person. You know what I mean? Like it's so rewarding. Um, it's rewarding to find somebody who you're willing to work. You can give 110% to, and they're giving 110% to you, and you're working as a team, and it brings this. It's this whole other dynamic that it brings in. I really hope that other people can have this, can find this level of happiness and joy. It's not just happiness, man, because happiness comes and goes. You know what I mean? Happiness is eating chocolate. You know what I mean? Happiness is fleeting, but joy, man, joy, like something inside that when everything is stripped away, you're okay still. You're mentally, you're emotionally still okay. That's where I'm at right now, and that's what you're. I hope that you can find that in your life. That when everything is gone, when everything's stripped away, you're still okay. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at. And so we've been married for 5 years. Every year has been better than the last in my personal experience. Like it's been great, man. Like business has been good. Me and her together. Our love has been great. Um, the sex has been better and better and better. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just telling you, there's something out there that's there's something. It exists. It exists, man. You can find it. Don't give up hope. There's something better and better, man. I'm 45 years old this year. My life has gotten better and better and better, and it sucks getting old, man. I'm in pain all the time because the military effed me up, but I'm in pain. I'm in pain, but I got gray hair. Look at this. You know what this is? It's not crumbs. This is gray hair, man. I'm bald. I got no hair. Getting old sucks, but the my life is better. It's great. It's great. Mark LTV. If you guys didn't know, Mark LTV is the best YouTuber talking about VA. If you happen to be a veteran, this man used to be, I believe, it was an SRO. I can't remember what they called, but they're the agents that get people through to get their benefits. This dude knows more than anybody on YouTube about the VA, with the exception of maybe some lawyers who do this for a living. Markel TV is living right now. Correct me if I'm wrong, Markel, but he's right now living in Colombia, and has been just an expat living in DR, living in Colombia, living that life. And so, man, this guy, you want to follow him. If you didn't know about him, right, you need to click on his face and go to him and subscribe, because he's good people, man. He's good people. He's got great knowledge, not just on VA stuff, but if you happen to be an expat wanting to move to a cheaper place, you want to visit Colombia or DR, this man will tell you the truth. If you want to be a gigolo, if you want to find a main girl, whatever you're trying to do, Markel has some knowledge, and that's why I love watching this stuff. Artco Drones, how you doing? He says, hi y'all, how you doing? Artco Drones is another awesome YouTuber, talks about drone technology, his recent drone exploits. Big Trucker Series, how you doing? He says, I've heard that there are changes taking place in the immigrations that are gonna make it harder to immigrate women for K1. I've heard they're demanding 50,000 bonds or something. I don't know. Somebody mentioned something new on here. Derek F might know something about it. Derek, what's the new stuff that's changing for K1? Please enlighten us, man, because I've been out of the loop. I've not read anything new about it, so please let us know. I don't know about any $50,000 bonds or anything like that. Thal, Tim, how you doing, man? He says, that is outstanding. You really know you have the right person when you go through hard times and you both work together at it. Yeah, I'm happy for you too, and weathering it together. Man, I'm telling you, Tim, man. Man, I feel good, man. I don't know what to say. Like I'm speechless. I'm speechless, man. I really been blessed, man. But you know what? Success favors the prepared, and I can't say that this success I have in my life didn't come with work. It came with a lot of work, man. The love took work. Took work on myself. You know what I mean? Like I have to work on myself to get better for her, right? And luckily I'm with somebody who wants to get better too all the time. So I think that is where we've been able to get better together and grow together, you know, as a couple. So I think that's probably the magic sauce that all is. We're growing together. We're wanting to succeed and be better people. I'm wanting to be better for her, and she's wanting to be better for me, and we're willing to work really hard for not only each other but for our families. I'm willing to work hard for her family, Purple Shadow, her brother, her everybody in her extended family. I'm willing to work hard for them. She's willing to work hard for my kids, my mom. We're trying to do something big that'll take care of not only us, her and I, because, you know, honestly, her and I are good. We can move to another country and we can live like freaking kings, man. Kings and queens, I'm telling you. But we're working hard for my kids. We're working hard for our extended family to get something better, to make a legacy that survives us. That's what we really want to do. And that's going to take time and effort, and we got to make all these crazy moves and stuff. But because we're blessed, we're trying to pass on these blessings to other people who we care about. You know what I mean? And through this video, you know, through these videos and telling people, showing people that, yeah, it's possible. Fellow traveler says, you find the one by fixing yourself first. Amen. That's it, man. That's it. This came with hard work and dedication. I don't like believe in like love at first sight. I don't believe in like magical. I mean, I believe there's something else going on, like there's some kind of fate or something. Maybe we're meant to meet or something like that. But I think that you have to be prepared to receive. You have to be. Success favors the prepared. That's what I'm trying to say, right? All of these opportunities come in your life, be they business, financial, uh, opportunities, but also love opportunities, like opportunities to. Sorry, I'm really sick. Opportunities to find that great partner. Opportunities to have a better relationship with your kids. Opportunities to have a better relationship with your family. Like all these opportunities come, but that success favors the prepared. You have to be ready. It's kind of like real estate. Like in real estate, what we learned is there's opportunities everywhere to be a renter, to be an investor. But if you don't have the money to put forth to get the place, to rent it to someone, if you're not prepared financially, with your credit, with having money in the bank, having money, like if you're not ready to have that opportunity, you can't capitalize on it. You can't exploit the opportunity. It just passes you by. And that's the same thing with love. Like these opportunities with love come by, but if you're not ready, like as a person, to receive that love, like if you're not ready to give it, if you're not ready financially, if you're not ready like physically, emotionally, how can you receive that person in your life? You know what I'm saying? Like it's very similar. It's very similar. Big truck series review says, I'm fortunate to have never been divorced. I'm going to meet a woman who's compatible with me, deliberate, definitely. But my true love is gonna and never is gone and never coming back. Um, I'm not proud of saying I'm divorced. I never. That's why I've stayed married so long. I was married 16 years. I didn't want a divorce, and even though she gave me every reason to do it, I didn't want to be one of these guys. And I've been married 15 times. I freaking hate that. It's a shame. Like to me, that's a shame to say I'm divorced. It's a shame. Not I'm not religious or anything. I just don't. It just means you gave up to me. That's what it means. Like it means that you were messed up, or you. I mean, looking back, it wasn't just like it's not like a one person thing. You know what I mean? It's not like I can blame myself or her. It was both of us. We weren't compatible. We weren't. It just wasn't meant to last as long as it did, and I kind of forced it to keep going. I'm not proud to say I didn't want to. I really tried to, you know, tried to keep it, but it was like in the end, it was like, why am I trying so hard? When this other person is not trying half as hard as me. Both people have to want it. You know what I mean? Changes to visa. Terrell Two Gun says changes to visa. Yeah, man. Apparently, there's some changes to visa, and Derek F has the secrets, and he won't tell us. Derek F, please tell us the secrets of the changes to K1 visa, if there are any. Von Beyond said, Bruce, I understand you. You didn't accept my invitation to meet when I saw part one of your Bangkok trip during our time. I'm returning in December to meet family, my future wife, number one. Man, Vaughn, man, just keep in contact with us, man. We travel, man. Like we're gonna travel to many other places. I love Thailand, man. Thailand right now is my favorite place probably on earth. We'll probably be back, man, to be honest. Stay in contact with us. You never know, man. I'm telling you, every time I say that, you never know. And then bam, I'm there in their country or state, and then we meet. You know what I mean? So just stay in contact, man. It's not the end of the world. We can still meet. But thank you for reaching out to us, man. I really appreciate you. I'm really sorry we didn't get to meet that time, but we'll get to meet another time. Yes.
I'm just grabbing.
Oh, okay. Here, go ahead. Um, okay. Derek F says, I think they were just looking at them harder than people making over 50 a year. Oh, are they increasing the amount? Excuse me. Are they increasing the amount that you have to make to do K1? Ooh, that definitely makes it harder. Ooh, oh my God, oh, man, that sucks. Oh my God, that really sucks if that's the case. Dang, that is terrible. Is that what's happening? Anyway, Andy says, miss you too, Bruce, Yuri. has been missing lately. Sadly, forgot about your Patreon. Barely use anything but YT. Um, yeah, Andy. You can donate as little as $1, and we put other content on there. Stuff we can't really talk. More personal kind of stuff that we don't really share on YouTube because YouTube's a little bit more public. There's just more stuff going on here, and then we got some serious haters on YouTube, and we got people who like personally know us, who we know where they live. They know where we live, or used to know where we live. We had to move because these crazy bastards. So there's just a lot of stuff we can't really talk about on YouTube. If you're interested, there's other content there where I talk about way more personal stuff that I can't talk about here, go into detail about what happened and stuff like that. And there's more stuff that we have. We're sitting on tons of content we're gonna release on Patreon that we're not necessarily gonna put here. Just like it's just more personal, it's just like more revealing and stuff. So that's Patreon. If you can get in as little as like I believe you can get in as little as $1. But if you don't want to, that's fine too. You can even just sign up for Patreon. Sometimes I put stuff on there that you don't have to pay for. So you can just go on there and sign up. Because I actually want to put more stuff and I want to talk about more things, but I can't. I just can't. There's just so many things I can't talk about here. Big Truck says, yesterday I was at church breakfast, and who should be there but the first girl I was ever in love with. She's 40 now, 2 years older, unmarried, no children. I'm not sure what her issue is. Maybe she just wants to be single. She just wants to be a single mom, man. Oh, no children. Maybe she just wants to, live her life, man. Some people are happy that way. Bond said, and I will be spending some quality time with my second future wife. Yes, I will be getting married to two Thai women in the future. Well, congratulations on your two beautiful Thai women. Man. No judgment here. If you want two wives, that's okay with me. That's okay with Bruce. Derek F says, me and my fiance's father was speaking the same language after 8 drinks of coconut wine. Man, that's awesome. Congrats, man. Dipsy says, you guys are such an inspiration to me and have watched you since I was in Kenya. Wow. Really? I watched you guys grow so much. It's amazing. So whatever you guys are going through, you will grow through it, and it'll pass. Thanks so much, Miss Dipsy. Appreciate you so much. Yeah, we're people. We went through some really bad stuff this year. We don't put it on YouTube. We'll be sharing it on Patreon. We'll be sharing it there, but here, no, we won't put that stuff out there. I mean, it's enough just to know that it happened, but without going into any details. But we will be talking about it on Patreon if you're interested. But thank you for your support. Big Truck says, I found out she was lying to me and didn't forgive and don't forgive. Oh, I don't forgive liars or fraud. Betrayal is a zone I refuse to go. I hear you, man. Arco Drone says, hello, Bruce. How you doing, man? Andy Jr. says, income level requirement for K1 has increased. Oh my God. For the petitioner. Wow, really? That's messed up. Because now I got to change my book. But also messed up for Americans who are petitioning their wives. That sucks, man. That sucks. But it kind of makes sense since it's much harder to live here in the U.S. But I know people who are struggling with the current poverty guideline. Americans, you know what I mean? It's unfair. I understand why they did it because it's harder to live here on 30,000, especially if you have a family or something. But 30,000 is like the baseline for poverty here. 30,000 with X kids or whatever. But at the same time, it's not fair to middle class people or lower income and middle class people because a lot of people, are barely making 50,000. And why? Because they don't. A lot of jobs and companies don't pay that amount of money. It's not they're not paying. It's just unfortunate, man. It's like they're making it harder for middle class, harder and harder and harder for middle class to make it. And there's no it's almost like the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer, and then it's getting harder and harder for poor people, and the middle class is getting squeezed super hard. Like we got more taxes, we got more. Yes, there's more jobs, and which is awesome, but the jobs don't pay enough to make it here. Like you got to work two jobs. You have to have a household with two jobs just to like break even. It seems like because rents are going up, cost of food's going up, and now you have to make more to get a K1 visa for somebody you're in love with, your family who's overseas. That's just sad to me. While they're making it harder for us middle class, low income people to like survive here. It's just sad, man. Now we got to do stuff. That's why you and I are going super hard and aggressive with making other streams of income because it's shit like this. Mr. Mighty Man says there was a new increase in the amount of income required for K1. Wow. The Wallace Life said it's been a long road. We're 83. We're 83 from 1,000. Oh, the Wallace Life. Okay, let me talk about the Wallace Life real quick. Let me talk to you about the scandal of the Wallace Life. You guys want to see some scandal? Go subscribe to the Wallace Life right now. You are going to see things. You're going to see things you can't believe. Go subscribe right now. If you're watching me right now, it's 24 people, 25 people watching me right now. Go subscribe to the Wallace Life. You're going to see things you cannot believe if you subscribe and like all their content. You're going to see things that are going to shock you. Go right now. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's a surprise. You have to go over there and subscribe. Once you subscribe, you're going to see crazy things. Scandal. You're going to see. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to ruin the surprise of the Wallace Life, okay? So you got to go there right now and subscribe to the Wallace Life. Am I right or wrong, Wallace Life? You tell me, Wallace Life. You guys tell me what's right or wrong. But no, they're not going to tell you what's right or wrong because you have to subscribe and then you'll see what's right and wrong on the Wallace Life. That's all I'm going to say. Moving on. Von Beyond says, hey, Andy, how you doing? Okay, let me see what else. Derek F says, yeah, they're looking a lot more closely at applications, people making 50,000 and under. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's shocking. That's a good way to keep a lot of people out. They found another bar, guys. They found another way to filter people out. I'll tell you that much. They're working on it. They're working hard to keep foreigners out of here, man. They're doing the best they can. MJB in the place to be says, hey, my man Bruce, how you doing, MJB? In the place to be. Big Truck says, you don't truly know a person until you've lived with them. Yeah, oh man. Truer words have never been spoken. He says, my problem with LDR in Southeast Asia's women, Southeast Asian women, is unless you live there and work there, it's hard to observe her and learn more about her. My Filipina ex is desperate to get back together and I'm not having it. She lied to me and it's over. And unfortunately, we don't have children together, or any marriage. So it's a clean split. And so Big Trucker is kind of speaking the same language that I heard from other great, successful, and confident, sexy, rich American men who are watching this very episode. Men who their girl didn't think that didn't appreciate them. And their girl left them. They just happen to be a Filipina or from the Southeast Asia, or maybe they're from Colombia. But they broke up with their guy, and then they found out, you know what, this is the best man that's ever happened to me. They found out this is the best man ever happened to me, best thing ever happened to me, and I just left him and I want him back. But the guy's like, I don't know if I want to take you back. I moved on to greener pastures. I've got opportunities all over the place, and you just left a good thing, girl. So I'm I'm playing. Uh, Tyrell Two Gun says, okay, thank you for the info. Um, Big Truck says, I learned a lot from her, especially now not to trust people. I wouldn't say that. It's like that's what love is. You have to learn to trust people in order to love on a deeper level. You have to trust. Trust. You said trust, but verify. Yeah, I agree with that. You. It takes time. I was just listening to a song from Phil Collins. You know that one song goes, "Love, love, don't come easy. Gotta keep on anticipating." What's that song called? Um, you know what song I'm talking about. This it's a song about it's a game of give and take. I can't remember the name of the song. It's a game of give and take. Can't hurry love. You just have to wait because love don't come easy. That's the song. That song right there explains everything. That song right there explains everything. Um, Fellow traveler says, "Big truck. I don't live with my girlfriend. It's great. I live with my ex. I lived with my ex for 14 years, and I don't want to do it again." The Wildfly says, "I chat with my Asawa for about 5 years before I actually flew to the Philippines." Man, this dude is dedicated. But once again, the Wallace life is a mystery that's wrapped in an enigma. And in order to see the insanity, the shock of the Wallace life, you have to go there and subscribe because it's a whole different ball game, guys. If you want to see it, like if you like this channel ain't nothing compared to the Wallace life. I'm telling you, go subscribe to the Wallace life right now, and you'll see what I'm saying. I don't want to ruin the surprise, but it's there. Dipsy says, sorry, I've been missing in action. Send me your email, Bruce, and I'm going to hit you guys up. Yeah, please do, Miss Dipsy, because we need to talk. James Franklin says the new public charge rule is okay. James Franklin says the new public charge rules in October 15th, 2019. You can be inadmissible to the USA if you're deemed likely to become a public charge. You don't have to be on public benefits, and if you're poor, you can be denied. And you know what? I bet with this new administration, what they'll probably do is instead of grandfathering it in, what they'll probably do is backdate it, because that's what they've been doing. Is what they'll say is, um, I don't know why they're doing this. It's strange because having worked with the federal government for so long as an employee, as a contractor, I've been that's all I've done for years working with the federal government. Normally, what they do, like even the military, which is the most strict organization and department, the Department of Defense, super strict. Even they grandfather things in. When something changed, when I was in the military in the Air Force, what they would do is they would change something, right? They say, okay, starting on this day, October 15th, 2019, whatever the date was, they say we're gonna end this benefit, right? So if you applied after October 15th, you're not gonna have this new benefit, this old benefit anymore. But if you applied before that, they would grandfather you in. They would say, okay, all these people are still good. These new people, nope, we're changing it. But what this new administration is doing, what the new federal government is doing, and it's super strange. It's just really weird having worked as an employee, as a contractor, as a civilian. They're saying, okay, all visas ever are now affected by this rule. Like one of the rules that they're doing, I don't know the name of it, but they're saying for green card holders, here's what they're doing. They're saying, okay, say you're applying for a green card. You went through the whole visa process. You paid your dues. You did all this. You did everything right. You did all the paperwork. They're saying if you ever applied while you're a green card holder for any kind of public assistance, and some Americans are totally fine with this, uh, but that's not really my point. So they're saying if you've ever applied for any kind of public assistance, like let's say food stamps. They call it like a SNAP card now. If you apply for, that's one of them. I don't know all the other ones, but there's public charge type stuff. If you apply for it, you may have forfeited your ability to continue to be a green card holder. They might deny your green card. Like if you when you renew it, they might deny it based on you've applied for a SNAP card. Therefore, you're a public charge of the state. Therefore, we're not going to allow you to continue to look it up. This is something that they're trying to do. I don't know if they've done it. I've been following it, but instead of saying if anybody who's applied after the 15th of October, anybody if you've ever applied for a SNAP card after, they're saying anybody who's ever applied, and if you happen to have a green card right now, if you're a green card holder right now, you've ever applied for it, you might forfeit your ability to stay in the United States. That's what I disagree with. I don't necessarily, to me, it's not, I personally don't agree with what they're doing, but what's really foul is that they're not grandfathering these new policies in. They're just saying anyone ever, period. Doesn't matter if you did it 5 years, 6 years ago, doesn't matter. None of that matters. We're gonna just go ahead and eliminate it. It's cruel. And what they're saying to justify what they're doing, what they're saying is, well, it was a part of the rules anyway. You weren't supposed to. Look at this law right here. This law was written 100 years ago. According to this law right here, you are not supposed to apply for any public charge of the state, period. So we're just enforcing the law. That's all we're doing. So, that's what they're doing. And it's just cruel. They're doing like real dirty, underhanded, heartless type stuff. They know, and people are going to get caught up in this. Like American citizens who have their family member who already spent thousands of dollars to get their wife or husband or family member or whoever here, are going to lose out because their beneficiary is going to have to go back home. And I don't think that's right. I don't think that's a good thing to do. You know what I mean? Let me see. Fellow traveler says the transition to the USA is tough. Yeah, for some it definitely is. Dipsy says, Dips, contact us. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna read that message. James says, you could be denied in the same way for a green card because of a public charge rule. Yeah, that's exactly what I was just saying. Yeah, they're trying to tighten that up. Surprisingly, it's just shocking. It's shocking to me because the U.S., the thing that the U.S. has going for it, the reason why we're better than China, better than Russia, the reason why we have the best economy, we've had the strongest economy in the world, we have the strongest middle class in the world. The reason why U.S. is so awesome is because of the immigrants. Andrew Yang said it best in, I don't know if you guys have been watching the Democratic debates, but he said it best. He's breaking down all the statistics of immigrants, and it's the truth, man. Immigrants are dope. I mean, immigrants are incredible because they come here to win, and that's the kind of attitude that has brought people like Elon Musk here to become an American citizen. People like Albert Einstein, they're both immigrants. I mean, most of the people running for president are the children, talking 1 or 2 generations away from being of immigrants. Of course, an immigrant can't come here and be a president, but their kids can. And many of the Congress people, the senators, the people who really go out and get it, their kids come here and become senators and presidents and stuff. So it's just sad that we're cracking down on the people, on our best asset, which is immigrants. My opinion, I'm sure there's a lot of people here. A lot of my good friends totally disagree with me about all that, everything I just said. James says, no, it wasn't a rule. It was only cash assistance, Derek. Okay, let me see here. I'm kind of behind. I'm going to read some of these. Mike T. Man says, That's what I've been telling my Panay I want. Yeah, man. Telling you. Our investment to be a legacy investment. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Somebody said, get those likes up. Thanks. I got 15 likes, man. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys so much. Derek F says, when I did the K1, they never even asked me about my income papers. I had them I had them I had them, but they didn't ask, and I got approved. Yeah, it's getting tighter now. I've noticed. 90 Day Fiance is terrible. Oh my god, yeah, I've been watching that, man. I'm out of loop on 90 Day Fiance. James says, yeah, but it was Donald Trump and but it was Donald Trump and off. I mean, I didn't, I don't want to talk about politics, but I just disagree with the direction we're trying to go as a country. I personally, I really value the Constitution. I value like immigrants. I think, like I said, immigrants are the greatest asset U.S. has. The smartest people come here. The hardest working people come here. We went to Vietnam, and one of the things I noticed is that Vietnam economy is not doing so good. But here, you come here. Have you ever seen a poor Vietnamese person? Have you ever seen a Vietnamese person here in the United States who's not doing well? I mean, I ask you honestly. Have you met one? I met one that had just gotten off the boat when I was a kid. One of my real good friends I met, belay her, and his family was poor. They just came over here from Vietnam, so they're doing good now. Every Vietnamese immigrant that I've met comes to the United States and kills it. They create businesses, create just wealth success. They buy property. They're just so freaking good at being successful. I don't know, like today, I don't know any Vietnamese people who are poor, but I was in Vietnam and that place is freaking destitute. It's not doing well. I mean, it's doing better than some countries, you know what I mean? But it's just Vietnamese people come here and they kill it. Chinese people come here and they do awesome. African people from Kenya, from Ghana, from Nigeria come here, become engineers, become doctors, lawyers, you name it. They come here and just murder. And I freaking love that. I'm so proud of immigrants, man, because they do so good. We're a nation of immigrants. Immigrants are our greatest asset. If you're an immigrant watching this, you're dope. You're incredible. You're awesome. All the people who come here, not all, but most of the people who come here to do damage. India is another good example. When I was in Kuwait, I was surprised how many poor Indian people I saw there. Because in Kuwait, a lot of poor Indian people go there to work, like work. They get these work visas. They go there. I'd never seen a poor Indian person until I went to Kuwait, because all the Indian people who immigrate to the U.S. are engineers, software engineers, senators, Congress people. All the ones that I've met are just badass engineers, doctors, you name it. You know what I'm saying? So I'd never seen a poor Indian person until I went to Kuwait. And it's because U.S. just brings the best out of people. People believe in what we got going on here, and that's awesome. Including Filipinos. Like Filipinos come here and just kill it, man. They do awesome. They buy property, they buy land, they do an incredible job. You know. Derek says, yeah, he was in there. Okay. Instigator, how you doing, man? He says, what's up, Bruce? How you doing, Instigator? Hope everything's going well with you and your new wife, man. You guys working on a kid yet? I know everybody's asking you that. James says, what gives me so much hope? That gives me so much hope. What gives you so much hope? I didn't read it. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's coming off of. Derek says it was 2 months ago. Wow. Hurry. Do you hurry and do your green card? Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Things have changed. It's getting harder. I can see them making it as hard as possible before um, with the current administration. If you didn't know, if you're coming in this late, what happened was the K1 visa is having a change very soon. On the 15th of August of October 2019, they're gonna make it harder for people to. I guess what they're gonna do is be more stringent on the income. So you're gonna have to make like 50 grand, and anybody below that, they're gonna have more scrutiny on those making below 50 grand. So it is what it is. And that's what it is. Big Truck says, what's really scary about the Philippines is that they don't have divorce, right? A lot of women get impregnated young and then they hide their kids till they meet the foreign guy. Dude, wow, that's terrible. That's terrible. Most at least explain that, yeah, I have a kid. I mean, you shouldn't be with somebody who's hiding a kid, like Drake. MJB in the place B says they be wishy washy with the process. It's like a different experience for everyone, right? It's kind of set on precedence rather than like a full policy. And I guess in some ways it has to be that way because every situation that they deal with is different. So I kind of understand that aspect, but the way they keep making the money, they're making it harder financially for Americans, and that sucks. That sucks. Because think about it, K1 process is not for immigrants, it's for Americans. American is sponsoring their fiance to come to the United States. So you as the there so the K1 was made so that if an American citizen has a fiance that just happens to be overseas, Colombia, Venezuela, Philippines, Thailand, China, wherever she is, Russia, Ukraine, wherever she is in Canada, UK, wherever she is in the world, you as an American citizen have the right to petition her to bring her or him over to the United States so you can get married here on US soil. That's what it's for. It's for you, the US citizen, to have the right to bring your loved one here to do that. And now it's going to be harder for people making under $50,000 a year. And you may be thinking, well, Bruce, that's just how it is, man. Like, my thing is this: how many people don't make that kind of money? How many people make $47,000 a year, right? And then how hard is it with incomes being what they are? How hard is it for people to maintain that amount of money? You know. Mark LTV, thank you for that 15,000 COP, and I believe that's Colombian dollars. Appreciate you. And let me just give a shout out to Mark LTV and tell everybody, go check out Mark LTV. He's an expat living in Colombia. He's gonna drop some real good knowledge on you, especially about Colombia. I've been watching this stuff because I'm seriously thinking about visiting Colombia sometime next year. I'm super excited about it, so I want to know as much as possible. I need to know how much Spanish I need to speak. I need to know what are the hot spots. I need to know about the food, the culture, how he feels there. So I'm watching him very closely, personally, and that's the kind of content you're gonna get from Mark LTV. Go check him out. Another guy you should check out is, and this is a secret. Shh, don't tell anybody. This one's a secret. You're gonna be shocked if you do this, but go to the Wallace Life where there's all kinds of craziness happening right now. You want to watch it. Go sign up for the Wallace Life. Big Truck review says, once they get married, they aren't worried about you finding out about their past because now you can divorce them. You can't divorce them. They most likely never married. The baby's dead. I mean, I would say like you got to give it time, man. Like I would not. I mean, I have to know all the darkness in a person's heart before I'm gonna make that next step of getting married to him personally, and that's why it really takes time. You can't hurry love, like Phil Collins says. Is that a remake song? Did he get that from like a '50s? I've always imagined that he got that from like some Motown sing, because the song sounds like a Motown song, like from the '50s or something. That Can't Hurry Love song is a really good song. Whatever happened to Phil Collins? He was dope. Anyway, that you can't hurry love. Like you gotta take your time. You gotta get to know them. You should know like the darkest parts of that person before you're gonna get married to them. You know what I mean? And you should be at a level where you can trust them enough to tell them, things. So me personally, am not gonna marry a woman that I don't know the darkness. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to know before I'm putting a ring on it. You know what I mean? I gotta know what's going on. I'd rather know personally beforehand. G Butler says they should give you more than 90 days. Probably more than 90 days. I would say, 180 days probably be better. I agree with you, G Butler. They should also make it. I think 50 grand is a little bit much. I think that's a bit much. But then it depends on how many people are living with you, of course. Trucker Series says, Big Truck Series says, if you make the mistake of bringing them home and immigrating them and then finding out about their past, it will cost you a fortune to get rid of, to rid yourself of them. Um, yeah, you definitely want to get to know that stuff before. You want to know if they're a cheater, if they have a history of cheating. I would say like for me, there was a couple of things that I was really looking for. Like whenever I was looking around, I was looking for people like with a history of cheating. I was really afraid of that. Like if they had a history of messing around, I would want to know why. Like why? Okay, why did you cheat on this person? Why? And if they have a history of it, to me, that just means they're going to continue to do it. Like what makes you so special that they're going to suddenly stop? You know. And then another thing was like, are they out of the party life? Because my ex, one of my exes had been like a party girl, and I was really turned off by that. I was like, nah, I don't want to. And then another thing is like, were they honest with themselves? I wanted somebody who's honest with herself, so that she can be honest. If a person can't be honest with themselves about where they are in their life and how they feel, then how they can be honest to anyone? Especially me, the person that they're trying to husband up. So those are the three things. Like I want to see their history, like what happened in this person's life with their exes, because then I'm thinking there's a trend and a pattern, trends and patterns. Because that stuff, especially if they're older, that stuff doesn't just go away. Now, if they did all this stuff when they were younger and they were trying to figure things out, and they're gonna, and then, some people change as they get older. Most people do. Most people get more mature. They change, so I'm looking really for patterns, like what happened in their past. And then I want to see, the main thing is like, for me, like, did they still have that party thing in their soul? Like, can they get that, or was that worked out? And then the last thing is, were they honest with themselves? Those are the three things I was really, really looking for, and it worked out for me. Like I was really looking for that stuff, and some girls still, they were still immature, still like listening to what their mommy and daddy was telling them, and I couldn't be with somebody like that. Imagine me bringing that woman home to meet my mom. Like, well, what's my mom gonna say? I'm gonna meet this lady, and I'm gonna be humiliated. What do I look like marrying somebody who's worse than my ex-wife? Anyway, Von Bond says, Bruce, what is your email address? Let me see if I can type in my email. Let me see if this will allow me. No, it's not allowing me to type in my email. Let me see. No, it's not allowing me to type my email address in. And I apologize. Let me see if I can write it. Let me write it down here. I know this is super ghetto style right here, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to write it and then show you guys what my email address is. Because I gotta give my email address to my girl, my Kenyan girlfriend, and all you other people as well. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna write it down here, and you guys can email me directly, and we'll talk about things we can't necessarily talk about here. Okay, for the win at Gmail. Feel free. Message me about stuff you can't necessarily talk about here. or anything. You want to talk to Yuri, you want to talk to me, whatever. Here it is right here. It's Bruce Brown FTW. Hope that it's probably back. Is it backwards? Oh man, what the heck? It looks like it. I'm looking at the screen, and for me, it's like, you know, that reverse thing that happens with the mirror. Anyway, Bruce Brown, all one word, FTW at gmail.com. That's my email. I can't type it here for some reason. It's not allowing me. I don't know why. I used to be able to just hit a button, and then it would allow me to type stuff in, but it's not allowing me to do that. But I'm gonna keep on reading messages, guys. I got some stuff going on. Bruce emailed you already. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Be talking to you soon. Me and Yuri be talking to you soon. Wallace Life says, thanks for that plug, Bruce. The Wallace Life, it wasn't a plug. It's just scandal. It's just scandals, and people are going to know the secrets. They're going to know the real once they come and subscribe to you. They're going to see what's really going on. If you guys didn't know, the Wallace Life needs to be dealt with. Go subscribe to him right now. And you guys tell me what's going on. Thank you, Mike T, man. Thank you so much for being a long-time supporter, man. I really appreciate you. Just donated $10. Really appreciate that, Mike T, man. Thank you so much. He says, for the cause. Thanks, man. If you guys didn't know, man, Mike T, man, we got a few people here, long-time supporters of me and Yuri, and we really appreciate that. That's why we continue to do this stuff. So whenever you get a chance, thank Mike T, man. There's other people like HT Logistics, who I don't know if you guys know him, but huge, huge supporter. We talked to him from time to time. He's a good guy, real smart guy. Also a long-time supporter of us, and many others. Lewis, Tim, Dahl, many others. Instigator, thanks guys. Really appreciate you guys. Derek F is another one. Let me read some more stuff here. Big Truck Series says, unfortunate I found my Filipina was lying early before I spent any more money and time on her. Yeah, man. Good for you, man. Because there's some bad ones for sure out there that are just in it for themselves, in it for the money. What they don't realize, what's shocking about scammers and users, what always got to me was that they would scam me out of a couple bucks. And what they didn't realize is that the real ones, get everything. Me and Yuri are sitting on properties, sitting on assets. Like the real ones have the greatest benefit. You know what I mean? The real ones you scam me out of a couple dollars, but little do you know, I'm sitting on I'm a lottery ticket, man. It's funny. Like, I remember there was this one scammer, right? She got me. I ain't gonna lie. She got me good. In the end, I was so good to this girl. She reached out. Name was Kim. She had scammed me, and I was so good to her. She turned around and said, "Look, Bruce, listen. Like, I haven't been truthful. I want to be truthful. I want to be real with you. I want to be your real girl, and I want to be truthful right now." And she told me, she broke it down. She broke down the scam to me, how she did it, what she was doing, how she did it, why she did it. She was crying, like on the phone, crying, telling me this, and she broke my heart. She got me. She really got me, and milked me for a while, for months. And she said, "Look, I wanted to make this real now, because I realized you're a real good person. You're really good. I've never met anybody like you, right?" And I was really good to her. I was really trying to make something happen with this girl. And she said, "I really want to make this real. I want to make it right. I'm sorry. I apologize. But I now want to be real with you. Can you forgive me?" And I said, Kim, like, if you would have been truthful from the beginning, I'm sure we could have had a chance. You know, if you would have been real with me from the beginning, but you know, truth means a lot to me. Like trust is a real big issue for me. It's a real big issue. I'm coming right off a relationship where trust was an issue, and now here you are scamming me. And I said, you know, like I can be your friend, but I don't know that I'll ever trust you enough to be like anything more than that. Because with a relationship, trust is a huge thing for me. You know, I said, look, there's no promises. I can be your friend and stuff, but I don't know that it'll ever be what it could have been. You know, what I was thinking about is like, man, you really blew it, because I could have really fallen for you, and here you are getting a couple $100 off of me, and I mean, I'm sitting on. I mean, I'm a man with a vision and an insane work ethic. You know, I'm sitting on properties. I'm sitting on trying to make businesses. I'm trying to make an empire. I'm not worried about a couple $100. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to build something that's gonna outlive me. And Yuri is the beneficiary of that. You know? So um that is what shocks me about scammers and users. Because they don't realize like there's so much more that you can get, especially with the right person, you can build something really amazing together, and that's what Yuri and I have been able to do. Right now, I'm jobless. Yuri's working, you know, and I'm sitting at home, you know, being a stay at home dad right now. But yeah, I'm a guy with a vision. Like I'm driven. So she lost out, and so do all other scammers. Wallace Life says, I have to go, Bruce. Good to see you. Maybe if we can find good, some food deals on flight, we'll fly out there. Yeah, man. Yeah, let us know if you ever come out here this way. Let us know in advance, and we can arrange something. We can at least have dinner or something. Vice did a special on an exchange program to immigrate Filipinas to Chirac to teach in shitty public schools, and they were paid 13,000 for a 3-year J1 visa. Sounds like a shitty deal to me. LOL. Yeah, there's a couple, not just um, Chicago, but there's a couple I heard about in New York. This one Filipina who she landed a B1 and B2 visa here. She would like work here on a B1, which is not, you're not supposed to do that, but she was able to do it for a while, and she was telling me about in New York there was this exactly what you're saying. There were these other Filipinos. Basically, they're exploiting these women and guys. They were exploiting other Filipinos. So there were American Filipinos who had found a way to stay here legally, and then they would basically promise other Filipinos a way to come here, and they said, look, you pay me X amount of dollars, and I will get you another kind of visa here. So in effect, like there's like everybody focuses. It's funny. It's kind of funny to me that they focus so hard on illegal immigrants coming across the border, but most of the illegal immigrants came here legally in some way, and they have like forged documents and stuff like that, or they had a legit visa and they just overstayed their visa. You know, a lot, many from all over the world, by the way, not just from Mexico. So it's just, I just wish we had a better system, you know, like not just like a system to quote unquote stop undocumented workers and illegal immigrants, what you want to call them, whatever language you use, from coming here, but like also all the other fraud that's going on here, and make it easier for people to want to use a visa to come here and work here legally and be, you know, be taxed. I think that's a smarter way to go about it, just my opinion. MJB in place B says, I don't plan to have her move here since the price goes up in the States. I can have a couple of dollars in the Philippines. Yeah, I understand that. I'm right there with you. Right there with you on that one. The Bruce Cantu says subscribed. Dipsy says sent you an email. Can't wait to read it, girl. Given the fact, not fiction, says, welcome to a nation with Trump with at the helm, sarcasm. No comment. MJB in the place to be says, I might as well buy a house for all the effort and the process that takes 3 to 4 years just to become a citizen, right? I think if the U.S. citizen got it, but not not the green card holder, you'll be okay. I think that's the way it is. Oh, maybe. Because if someone is laid off for a month or on strike and the U.S. citizen gets it, yeah, maybe you might be right about that, Derek. True. You're talking about like SNAP, and it shouldn't affect the green card holder. Yeah, you might be right. You probably don't want to put it under the green card holder's name. That probably not be a smart move. MJB says, kind of defeats the purpose of bringing someone here if they just raise the price of things, right, and make it way harder to come here, right? You might as well try to figure out a way to go to their country and live. It was way cheaper, especially if you could be a digital nomad, make money from the U.S. and spend your money over in another country. I mean, if that's the way they want to do it, that's how Americans will start doing it. You want your American citizens to make money, work online, make their money, and then spend their money over in another country. I mean, that's what'll start happening more and more. TJ Hoffman says something that is going to be blocked. Kevin, how you doing? He says, I'm having a hard time deciding, should I have her come here in Indianapolis, Indiana, or do I go over there to the Philippines, to Manila? I want her to come here, but she wants me to go over there. I think that that really is a decision up to you, Kevin. I mean, it depends on your situation. I mean, if I were you, if I was making enough money if I was making remote money to live over there and having ties in the U.S., I'd probably, be honest with you, if things were different, I'd probably live in the Philippines or Thailand or somewhere else. Man, it's getting really hard to live here. Until I got my stuff together and was able to live it, or maybe saved up some money and stuff. Mary Ann, Reality TV. Hey, how you doing, girl? Hi, Bruce. Where's your wife? She's at work right now. I'm out of work and unemployed, so I'm here, just talking randomly. Yuri's over there working, bringing home the bread, bringing home the money. So, how you doing, Marianne, Reality TV? If you guys didn't know, she's also a YouTuber. She's got great content, super funny, super cute. Given the facts, fact or fiction, Kevin, happy wife, happy life. Dipsy says, thank you, appreciate it, Bruce. I'm an immigrant, wish more Americans here were welcoming like you. Many of us are. It's just like the loudest ones are the dumb ones. The loud ones are dumb, just like in every country. The loudest voices are often the dumb people who are overly emotional about how they feel about things. I mean, most Americans, I would say, are very welcoming. They're just not as outspoken as the idiots out there repeating stupid stuff. There's going to be a change. You'll see. Kevin says, I just want to say, keep up the good work that you do here, and have a safe, blessed day. Amen. Until President Donald Trump lower the price. Everything we can do better. Kevin says, some people want to come to the United States to get away from their country so that they can have a better life in the United States. And yeah, I agree with you. There. G Butler says, how much time to get to know that potential spouse abroad? I just tell you what happened to me, G Butler. It took me, I would say 2 years to really get to know Yuri. And in that 2 year period, I was going over there to see her, and I lived with her for like a month, and it really got to know her and like what struggles she was going through, and I got to know like the hard side. You know what I mean? Like everybody has a good side and a bad side, things that things that are weaknesses and things that are flaws and things that are strengths and things that are great about them. You need to see that side, and I got the luckily I got to see that, and she got to see that in me because we lived together for like a month or so, and I would say for me it took 2 years, but everybody's different. You know, I know people who knew each other for 6 months and they got married. I don't recommend that. I mean, it usually doesn't end well. It usually doesn't end well, but I would say like a year, 2 years is a good time. But you also need to go there and meet them physically in person for as long as you can. Just my personal opinion about it. Randy says, Bruce, your opinion on XRP? Can it hit $10? I don't think XRP will ever hit $10. To be honest with you, I just don't think it will ever. I mean, I think it has potential. Ripple, that's what you're talking about, right? I think it has potential because it may replace Swift code, and in some cases has with some banks. But I don't think it'll ever hit $10. I think it'll stay low, like in the $2 range. But I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong because I got some Ripple. I think I still got some Ripple. Supreme Court. Oh, the Supremes. You can't hurry love. Yes, thanks, Tim. That's right. Kevin says some people don't know when their next bill's going to be, or where they're going to sleep at night, and that's why they want to come over here to the United States to have a better life, and that's the truth. True. MJB says she might as well be a mail order bride if she's paying out that amount of money just to be with someone you care about. But U.S. has a history of benefiting from about just about marriage aspects, etc. MJB says they want a piece of the pie, yours in particular, and they want you to get you keep coming and going. Well, I'm not that cynical to think that, MJB. I think it's more like there's certain interests in the country who want to close the borders and make it harder because they see immigrants as a threat, and so they want the quote unquote best to come here. In my opinion, like when people come here, it's a choice. Like some Americans are born here and then don't appreciate shit. But somebody who had a choice to come here to this country or Canada or Australia, but they chose to come to the US because they love it. In my mind, that person has a better chance of doing better. You know what I mean? So they're not a threat. They're a benefit to us. They're gold because they wanted to come here. They want to become an American citizen. They'll jump through all those hoops and they see the good things. They see some value to coming here. Otherwise, they wouldn't have made the choice to come here. And so I don't see them as a threat. So anyway, I think that some people that control the country, who are in power, senators, Congress people, the president, they don't want certain people to come here. And yes, I think that's the truth. Like they just don't want people from shithole countries to come here. And my thinking is like there's beautiful things in other countries. I've been to 16, 17 different countries, and there's some amazing things that they don't have here, that we don't have here. There's things financially, emotionally, culturally that the United States don't have. They're bringing it here, and we benefit off of it and Americanize it. And in some ways, we see the value of it and make it better, and people adopt it. It's just a nation of immigrants. They are our greatest asset. Immigrants are our greatest asset. Period. Hands down. There'd be no Tesla without immigrants. There'd be no SpaceX without immigrants. There'd be no PayPal without. There'd be no Google. There'd be no. I can just go on and on. All those were created by immigrants or the children of immigrants. All of them. Vaughn says, Bruce, thank you for your email address. I will be talking to you later, Bruce. You know how dangerous it is for people to disclose information. Yeah, I know. Look at Ed Snowden situation. No, that's a whole different situation. Derek F says fake love. Have $20 and a laugh, right? Real love, you have a bank account, numbers, house keys, cars, everything. You got it, man. VSKR says What's good, Bruce? How you doing, VS? How are you? Kevin says thank you. Have a good evening and have a blessed weekend. Thank you so much, Kevin. Appreciate you, man. You too. Marianne TV says everything's okay here, Bruce. Thanks. Take care. You too, Marianne. Thanks for stopping by. VSK says contributing 15 to 20% per paycheck on in a 401k Roth is not touching it till the 59, and if you're 59 and a half, you'll no doubt have to close $1 million, if not more, and you can't retire comfortably in and you can retire comfortably in Asia. Yeah. So yeah, if you save a good amount, you can still retire in Asia, but in the U.S., good luck. VSKR7 says Roth stable funds are doing very well right now. Okay, I gotta look into that. Iza Ito, how you doing? Says God bless you always. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you. And oh wow, I reached the end. Yen Yansima Sanchez says, "What's up, Bruce? God bless you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody. Thank you for all the donations. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. Thanks for all the thumbs up. I have more thumbs up now than I have people watching this. Appreciate all you guys. Thanks for watching. Again, we do this to share to share what we have together, all the journey, all the good things that we've experienced. I really hope that you guys can find it too. Man, my life is good. This has been a super hard year, but even though it's been my hardest year, our hardest year together as a couple, it's been my. I feel more blessed than ever. You know, I feel more blessed, and I appreciate everything I have in my life, and I hope that you guys can find it too. You know, life is so short that everybody deserves um, to have something fulfilling out of this life, right? I believe we're all here to learn from one another. I believe we're all. I don't think this is easy. I think we're like souls that came here like special forces. All of us have a hard time. Like this is not an easy life. You know what I mean? Like this is not easy. All of us have to find our own way. We're here. We come here, a crying ass baby, and we have to learn to live here and survive. It's not easy. Like this is boot camp. This is special forces, and we're all here learning. We're souls learning from one another, and all of us deserve to have the very best. I think the best life, the best time, and find that special someone if that's what you're looking for, and at the very least appreciate what you have in your life. So if nothing else from these videos, from these lives, that I hope that you can appreciate what you have in your life right now. You know. So with that being said, I'm gonna call it quits, guys. Thank you for watching. I've been talking for about an hour and 33 minutes. Thank you, Serge, for coming in. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Mr. Mike T. Man, for your donations, sir. Really appreciate and love you, man, for all the donations you've been making, man. You believed in us when nobody else did, and I still appreciate that. Mark LTV, big shout out to Mark LTV. If you guys haven't subscribed, go check him out. He's a expat who's living in Colombia, talking about good things in Colombia. Thank you for visiting me, Mary, Reality TV, Dips, all my real ones from the Wallace life to my Kenyan girlfriend who visited us. She's on here. Ancient Aliens Andy, thank you for visiting. And everybody else, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to try to do this on Saturday next week so I can do this with Yuri. Yuri now works on Sunday, so he really can't. That's why she's not on these lives anymore. But we're going to try to do it Saturday a little earlier so we can do these together like we used to. I really miss those lives, so I'm going to try to get it back. And let me see, I got a couple new messages before I end this. Miss Sanchez says, not easy, and when you are exposed in social media, I take my hat off to you. And when you are exposed in social media, I take my hat off to you. Social media is is a blessing and a curse. You know, we choose to use it as something positive. Um, some people choose to use it to attack other people. That's not us. I choose to use it. I see there's good in it. You know, there's definitely some bad in it as well. But you could use it for good or bad. You know, so we choose to use it for good. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm out of here. See you next week. But we do have a video that's premiering. We have a video coming out soon where we're going to talk about us being in the Philippines. We spent some time in the Philippines, had a great time. We spent some time in Thailand, had a great time. In Vietnam, had a terrible time. And you're going to see all that. See you guys later.